visual check. How's everybody sees it? Someone Jay's hand come over and hit the unmute button. How's everybody doing? We should be able to have sound now. Let's double check it. Information on visual and audio. Coach Jay and I, we are in the same room. We are in the same room. Jay is over on my right hand side. So I'm looking this way. So yeah, we're looking away from each other. So let's flip it. Let's flip it for the sake of the stream. New York, audio is good, visual is good. How are you doing, Coach Jay?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Doing pretty good. It's been a fun couple of days. It feels like a week.
It feels like
we've been running around doing a whole bunch. Got to see the stock exchange, so that was pretty cool. But it's been a good week so far. And it's only Monday. It is only Monday. We got gold making new all-time highs. We got NASDAQ making new all-time highs. What is there to complain about?
We just hit 4,000 in gold.
Yes, we did.
Just hit 4,000 in gold. What are we doing to celebrate? What are we doing for celebrate to hit 4,000 in gold?
I should have brought some champagne. We'll go out and get it. We'll go out. Maybe I can DoorDash one.
They DoorDash champagne?
It's New Jersey. You can do whatever you want.
Not buy clothes on Sunday. For sure, you can't buy clothes on Sunday.
You cannot buy clothes on Sunday in Bergen County.
No.
We learned that the hard way.
Unfortunately, yes. Walmart, 6 a.m. Cannot buy clothes on Sunday. Oh. Okay. How's this? Is it a lot better? Jay sounds choppy and Dakota's camera is messed up. Well, my camera looks good. You sound like an alien. Better. Someone's saying better. Maybe it's because we were loud.
Okay. Maybe we won't.
Maybe we can mumble.
Is that better? How about me, guys? Can you both hear? Can you all hear me? Bad lighting on Dakota.
Hey, you know what? It's good. We're good. On big light.
Turn those on? Yeah, I got you. Give me one second.
All right. Yeah, they're actually. Don't use the bathroom because the mic's on. Don't want to hear you use the bathroom. Yeah. Hold up. Like I said, let's jump into this. I'm gonna go ahead and do the intro while we were waiting on a few things. Like I said, I don't know if that made a difference, man. Not really. Not really. They just said it's a little echo, but they could hear you clearly. Not good. It's not good. Can you guys hear me okay? Put a thumbs up. Better now? Normal? Yeah, okay. I'll just go through and do it. If you want to jump in, and we'll be playing with the audio here for Jay. But until then, as always, welcome to Slow Markets. I'm Coach Dakota, and Coach Jay is here with me. We're in the same room. I flew out here to New Jersey. We spent the day on the New York Stock Exchange. But as always, in the YouTube chat, there is our Topstep risk disclosure. Everything that we say, everything that we do, and
All right, chat. How are we sounding now? Let us know. Am I better now? Is it worse? Did I fix it? Did I break it? I think we're good.
no sound and gone. No, I keep touching it. I have a bad habit of touching it.
Don't touch that.
Don't touch the mic.
Don't touch the mic. We should be good.
Okay, we should be. You're worse, man. You're gonna go downstairs? Yeah. Do you think it was gonna be better downstairs? All right. All right. Don't touch it. Let's make sure it's gone. Okay. I'll take you off, and then we'll just jump into regular the rapid fire, and then give me just whistle when you're ready. Okay. We'll be good. Anyway, let's just jump into this, and we'll figure. touched the 4,000. Gold touched 4,000. He touched it. Damn it. This is going to be hard. Bad habit. Gonna have to tape my hands away. Stop touching the button. Okay, chat. Habit. It's a habit. Good now. Don't touch the mic. And the mic's right here for everyone who can see. It's like right in front of everyone. They see it go red. Don't touch. Just okay. We're not going that far. All right. Let's jump to it. I'm gonna start it. God damn it! How are we starting this? We're starting this and not the best. Don't touch it. Causes color blindness. Sit on hands. Well, I gotta manage this chart. Man, do you see NASDAQ? Sold off. Yeah, it fell apart. 100 points from where we were short at Power Hour. Let's dive into it, man. This has been so fun here, hanging out with Jay. We traded. If you're not following on social media, I highly suggest it. Coach Jay and I we've been posting a few things on social media about our day and how things are going. But let's go through what we were referring to. Go ahead. Let's do a hashtag slow markets. There in the YouTube chat, there is my Topstep. There's Twitter. There's my X, my Twitter. You could go ahead and do a hashtag slow markets. And just to summarize it, I'll make everybody a deal. If we get to 600 likes, I'll review it. If we get to 600 likes, I'll review it. I got to do that. Could have been a great short. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. If only we held a runner. Well, like if we get to 600 likes, I'll review it. I need to pull up the like counter here so I know where we are at, and I can keep track of it throughout slow markets. Where are we at for the likes? We are nowhere close to 600 likes. I'm gonna keep that like counter up so we know. Full port the NASDAQ? No, I think his chart colors are fine, just the way he likes them. Yeah, everything looks. Like I said, we have a moderator in the background, and as of right now, it looks clean. It looks clean to me. I might look a little red. It's been a long day. It's like Jay was saying, it's Monday. What a day. We've been on the New York Stock Exchange, traveling around, trading it up. Why are the red charts tonight? Confirm something. While I do that, how's everybody doing? How was your trading day? How's everybody's trading day? And did you catch Topstep TV during the day show? Jay and I phoned in from Wall Street. Yeah, we phoned in from Wall Street live from the New York Stock Exchange inside it. Buy the dip. Nobody was smiling on Wall Street, which, I would be. Always saw that. No sun. There was no sun. No smiling. But the food was good. What, that sounds cool? Yeah. Like I said, there is just tune in. And I agree, Baron, if you're watching, I 100% agree with you. I'm sucking this week. First day with the XFA up 320 on gold. I'm looking for another long. So I'm adjusting to the time frame. Let's just jump over to going on with these charts. Oh, I know. I think I might know. Charts are looking a little sad. Well, I'm colorblind, so I can't tell, right? So I got to I got to adjust my charts. Okay, thanks, Jay. You know what? We're gonna have to just go run. We're running with these charts. You guys get the idea, the concept. I'm not sure why it's changed the. You know what I could do? No, we're good. We're good with this bloody chart. Hey, we're looking to short this market. We're at all-time highs and we're running shorts. But let's jump into the NASDAQ. Yeah, you guys are seeing hollow candles. I'm not. These candles are not hollow to me. for some reason. The green is not hollow. That's so interesting. I'm not tripping, am I, Jay? Come look at this. Look at that. There's no filters. There's no effects either. Jay's the man. Jay's the man. Definitely hollow. They look black. Yeah, I know. You're going to change them to yellow? I can't tell what color that is. They're going to be yellow today. All right. Yeah, chat. I'm colorblind, so I can't tell the difference. I cannot tell the difference. All right. Yellow is good. Yellow is good, right? Yellow is good. Red bad. Yellow good. Bad for me. This is the learning colorblind. Well, we are starting to sell off here in the NASDAQ. NASDAQ has been selling off throughout the day, throughout the power hour, right? The power hour, the last little bit. Like I said, once we get to 600 likes, I'll review that trade while Coach Jay is getting adjusted. We're only at, what, 135 likes. And my guy, Bruno is going to be keeping track due to the screen. Oh, that's right. I got the green screen behind me. So maybe that could be the reason. It's your chroma key thing on the green screen. Yeah, we'll get it figured out. NQ coming down 25. So let's look at these. Let's do some technical analysis, right? Let's go through this market. Let's do the regular rapid fire. But I want to be looking at gold here very shortly. Let's take a look at a 1 hour chart. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart. Just red is going down. The other color is going up. Okay, that's all we need to know. That's all we need to know for tonight. So we had a huge rally. This is an hourly chart. We had this nice huge rally, hit all-time highs, a nice pullback here in the morning during the New York session, and then we just went straight up, tapped all-time highs again at these 250s, and the last part of the day just completely sold off. Tonight, we did open up, and we are starting to sell off again. We are testing these lows. I'm going to zoom into the 5-minute because it looks a lot cleaner the way that I'm viewing this tonight. So we zoom into a 5-minute, and you can see there's where is this paintbrush? There we go. There is that nice level of support, right? We had that double bottom here. We tested it, support. We tested again tonight. We are trying to break through it, maybe test through some of these lower lows. And if we can break down, I can see this market continue to sell off. Maybe we can see, there we see 25,000 again. 25,000. Remember last night when I was referring to this gap down here? Could this be a target for the NASDAQ? Can this be a target for the NASDAQ? These 24,990s. I mean, that's a gap that we made for Sunday, and we've been rallying since that. So can we see this market sell off? Can we see this market sell off down to those 24,990s? Maybe it's a target. It's definitely, if we do start to sell off, it's an area I'm going to be looking for. Next level, you can see that the NASDAQ has bounced off this a few times about these 050s. But really, if we do start to pick up steam, I want to see those 24,990s. 25,000 is a big round number. 25,000 is a big round number. Do I want to sell it? Not really, because obviously with hindsight, why would I be wanting to sell at this level of support unless we are playing for a breakdown? I don't really want to play for a breakdown. The NASDAQ's already down 0.22%. Can we see further selling? Yes, but I want to watch gold. Gold has been the story. Jay, we missed an opportunity. Missed it. I believe Baron, shout out to you, man. You caught that trade. We tagged $4,000 in gold, and we are already down $15. We're down to $39.85 here in gold. Missed the shorts already. Yeah, I know. 5, 10, 15 minutes. Missed the shorts. It's the Asian session, so you call it slow markets. Yeah, the markets are typically slower, right? The volatility is slower, the price action is slower. on average, right, there's a lot of times that we will see some crazy volatility depending on the session. So it depends. It really does. Longs incoming? I don't know. We're gonna play this out. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch gold for tonight. In here on the 100 ticks, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. We're gonna go to MGC. And let's see what we could find. I know longs are tempting, but the fact that we just hit 4,000 and rejected, like 4,000 is a huge round number for gold. There's probably a lot of people waiting to sell, right? Sell gold at 4,000. So let's see how we react. We might continue to sell off. Where's settlement here? I mean, gold's still up 0.25%. It might be a good play. Maybe we do push back down to these 72s. The question is, where do we get in and how do we manage risk? Hey Dakota, besides the Asian session, do you trade any other session? Yeah, you'll catch me on Fast Markets. I'm on Fast Markets tomorrow morning. The opening bell for the New York session. Today, I spent the opening bell on the New York Stock Exchange. Coach Jay and I, we were on the New York Stock Exchange for the opening bell. It was great. It was good. It was amazing. Longs if it is gold. You know what I could do? We could. See, I want to check something out real quick. There you go. 25, 120 is a golden buy zone, but skipping this reversion scalp. That's crazy. Yeah, Coach Jay and I, like I said, I posted I posted the social media in the YouTube chat. I'm looking for some hashtag slow markets. We got a couple of them coming in, but I am over here in New Jersey with Coach Jay. Like I said, we spent most of the day on the New York Stock Exchange, and man, talk about insight. Got a lot of information, and I never did. And Coach Jay can confirm this with me. We went around and we asked everybody. We asked every single person there, hey, did you ever hear about ABC concepts? Did you ever hear about CBS concepts? Did you hear this? And not a single one of them said they had no idea. Like, what's this? What's this? Then I asked them, hey, have you heard of DBA concepts? And they're like, oh, yeah, we use that every day. That's how they move these markets. So, what a small world we live in. What a small world we live in. You're laughing, Jay. I can't say that with a straight face. What about CYA concepts? CYA, cover your eye. Yeah. All these concepts on the New York Stock Exchange. They still use, hey, while I was walking there, they have indicators. They have indicators on their charts. I don't know what I tried to get closer. I was probably gonna get kicked out if I went any further. They knew the concepts but didn't recognize the founder. Oh, that's a good one, Mo. SYD concepts. DBA concepts runs the market. What is that? Basics. Support and resistance. It's been here. Supply and demand. We're watching gold. We did come back down to these 39.85s. I honestly, I wouldn't mind to sell a bounce here on gold. Did you sell the bull coat? No, I was gonna ride on. I was gonna hop on top of the Wall Street bull and grab it by the horns, but there was a crowd. There's a line. There's a big line. You read it out? You read it out. What do you mean he read it out? Oh, man. Today was trend day, inaccurate meeting till no reward. Now, we are getting a rally here in gold. We do have to understand that the government is still shut down, and we still haven't got the non-farm payroll numbers. We still have not. received non-farm payroll numbers, which is interesting. What does DBA concepts mean? So shout out in the chat if you're new. Let me know if you are new to slow markets. DBA concepts is just a joke. It's basically, I view markets in the most simplest way. I believe there's beauty in simplicity. Very basic technical analysis, support resistance. Supply, like, hey, we just sold off at 4,000. That's acting as resistance. DBA concept, right? It's just a play on words, saying like, hey, DBA, it's my initials, Coach DBA, and yeah, you take all these overcomplicated things that you see all over the internet, just simplify it. Like, hey, the market's going up. There's more buyers and sellers. DBA concepts as a joke, right? Everyone loves to overcomplicate so much in this market. It can confuse a lot of people, and so simplicity is beautiful in these markets. And yes, that's basically the play on it. Actually, I like to take profit. I'm looking for a short here on gold. I'm just looking for a short here on gold. What's up, Market Wiz? What, Jay? I'm going to short gold because we hit 4,000, okay? Where's our 4,000 at? We need a dunce cap for whenever we take a loss shorting gold. That just says I short gold, and we have to wear it all day with a big L, hitting our daily loss limit. But I don't mind shorting gold with a smaller size. I think we could get a decent sell-off. Shook me up. Man, I've taken some losses shorting gold. Let's go back to the NASDAQ for a moment. Back to the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, we are holding this support here at these 120s. Concepts only work if they consist of 3 letters. That's a hard rule. Yes, that's it. It has to be 3 letters. Any concept. DLL concepts, MLL concepts. Gold is extended as soon as everything will sell off for at least a good trend down day. A good trend down day is healthy. I'm going to jump into a short here. I like this.
Order
I like that we
filled.
push back up to these 80s or these 87s. So let me walk through this trade. I'm gonna have a little bit of a wide stop because it's micros, and I'm allowed to have a wide stop, trading small size wide stops. But let me go over what I'm seeing here in gold. Now remember the top of the hour. We have 3 minutes to the top of the hour, and we see some volatility. This was acting as major resistance, these 87s. We bounced up above that into these 88s. And then we, sold off right back down. And now I'm looking at these 87s becoming resistance again. So I am looking for a play and a break lower, maybe into towards this next level of support. I could be wrong. So I'm looking into these mid to lower 70s to come into play. But I'm going to scale into this trade. So small size, scaling into this trade. If we get a bounce, maybe we can, maybe gold can come back up and test this like 91s, this level that was support. Maybe this support can become resistance. I'm going to watch this. Top of the hour in about 2 minutes. We see some volatility here. We're watching it. We are finding some buyers. Who shorts gold? Hey Dakota, what card did you buy? If you just follow me on my social media, you would know. I gotta do it. First trade of the day is the loss. Hey, I did take a win today. Look, it was another green day. $175. I finished my day. So I finished my day on a positive note. And remember, if we get to 600 likes, I'll review my trade that we took. So we are at 280 likes. We got to get to 600. Got to get 600 first. Top of the hour, coming in about 1 minute. Wow, 2 Big Macs and a cheeseburger. Hey, inflation, right? Inflation. $175 just doesn't buy what it used to anymore. Okay, I'm going to add to this position. There we go. into my 5 micros right there. A beautiful rejection. Beautiful rejection. Let's see if we could go through and break through these lows. I don't mind cutting off for a smaller loss. Losses. Blame the tariffs. Blame inflation. Where's Jay? We got some technical difficulties. But just give him a few minutes. He'll be able to join here shortly. So we're getting stuff set up. This is a pretty nice setup, to be honest. To be able to, it all fits in one backpack. How did you find the settlement price? Well, there's Topstep daily levels, and up at the very, very top left-hand side on the browser, on that tab, it says, see like gold's positive, 0.25. I use that as a reference. You could, it's available at the close of the New York session. All right, we're getting that sell-off here. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see if we get it. Top of the hour. 30 seconds passed. See if we can get that sell-off or break down here in gold. So far, so good. Get that continuation down towards these 70s. Oh man, now we are just falling. We are falling like a rock. 91s, 81s. Yeah. Oh man, we are seeing some selling pressure coming in here. That's right. Let's see those sellers. Push it back down into those 70s. 70s. Let's get these 70s. 70s. Oh, we're buyer stepping in. Buyer stepping in. Let's get that follow through. And those sellers just came in. But we hit 4,000. Gold is melting. Not yet. We're seeing some volatility. We're seeing volatility for sure here in gold. Volatility for sure. 1,500 on 3 combines, locking out for the night. Great work. Yeah, there's opportunity in slow markets. There definitely is. It'll go to 72 and stop. You never know. Up 200 funded. Great work. It's all true. They've been saying gold would end up selling alongside ES when the bear market starts. When? That's the question, is when? When? People Coach Jay and I talked to, we were asking like, hey, when are we going to get this pullback so we could buy it? And a lot of people don't think there's going to be a pullback. Like, this market just keeps going up. And question is, why is this market not going to be what's going to bring this market down? All right, we got a signal from Coach Jay. Coach Jay, you ready to go? Ready to rock and roll? Okay,
Let's do it.
Give me like seconds. See if we could bring you in here. Give me 2 seconds. All right, maybe 3. See if we can get this. We're watching gold. Let's see. You got your. You want to do an audio check? Are you?
Check. Quick sound check.
Not seeing anything come through on this end.
Test 1, 2, 3. You should be seeing it.
Okay. Chat. Can you hear Coach Jay?
Can you guys hear me?
I want to do an audio. Sounding good. Okay. Bama says that we can hear. Oh, we're getting some positive feedback. So let's see if I could bring you in.
There's still an echo.
Let's see if I could test my capabilities here. My capabilities here on the road. We're watching gold test these lows. Click. Properties. Okay. And we are bringing you in. My copy paste isn't working. Copy paste. And there you are, Jay. Jay, there you are. How are you doing down there?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I think we're good to go. I'll try to limit how much I talk, but I think we're good to go.
Good to go. Okay. How's everything look? How does it hear? It looks like everybody can hear you now. See you. We're watching this gold. I'm short from 86. Got a good setup. You feel comfortable?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go, man.
Okay.
I'm good to go.
Perfect. I like it. I like it. Just not yelling. There's no okay. Let's. It's me. It's me. I'm used to talking loud. I really am used to talking very loud. And let's watch this gold. Are you? Dare I ask? Have you had a moment to just look at these markets on this in this gold market?
I mean, really nice sell-off that we got going on here. Really nice sell-off. You know, tag those 4,000s, and you got into that trade. 4,010 is the high and a 20-point sell-off here. So a really nice trade you got in there. I would have taken that one with you if I wasn't fixing these tech issues, but the show must go on. What are you looking for a profit target here?
I know. I got a message from Baron, man. Baron. I think he might be in a very nice short here in gold. We could find out from him. I don't know, Baron. If you're watching, if you're listening, I'd love to know because I think he was looking for a short here in gold as well. See if we can get to these 39.70s. Yeah, just looking for these 39.70s. We'll watch it. NQ longs, been short yen. Why does it sound like Jay is talking in the hallway? In a hallway. We're in the same office. We are in the same office. Jay's right here. Jay's right here. You see, he's right here. That's what I'm talking about. I'll show it. I'll show it as soon as we're done here. I'll just show it here in just a second. Probably why. There's the echo. That's why. It was a button. It was a button. That's all it was. Okay. Yeah. There goes the. Yeah, the echo's gonna be gone. You short gold? Yes, we are. We are watching. Remember, there's the top step risk disclosure in the YouTube chat. This is not financial advice. This is not a signals class. Jumped into a short gold here because we hit 4,000. We've been watching 4,000 for quite a while now, and looking for a pullback. I'm looking for a pullback down into the 70s. Short 5 micros. First trade of the day. Yeah, you see the Instagram story. Yeah, we're going to see if we can push lower. Thank you, Bruno. There's the top step risk disclosure.
All right, chat. Can you guys hear me now? Just make sure my audio is still coming in nice and clear. Do I have plans on going to Utah? 100%.
Yeah. We got to have Jay in Utah. Snowboarding, skiing on the slopes. Okay, loud and clear. That was the fix. It was one button. Jay is the master. He is the master.
All right, let's trade now. Let's trade.
Yeah, yes.
We'll get it all fixed tomorrow. Dakota's going to be here for another night, so I might be. You might get Jay on Tuesday, slow markets, unless I either go on a date or take a nap. But we are here to trade. I see what's going on with your screen. Your P&L is black, but black means green today.
Don't look at the P&L. Yeah.
Nice trade, man.
Just P&L's black. The candles are yellow, yellow and red, and LeBron might be making a decision tomorrow. We got a lot going on here. We got a lot going on. I can't help thinking that gold is going to touch the VWAP again and continue down, says Tina. What happened to the combine counter thingy? Well, we passed that. We passed it. It was announced on TopstepTV. I'm in my XFAs, and Baron's doing pretty well now. That's what we go through as traders. We go through the ups and downs, and those that are able to continue to stick through it, get past it, and continue to find success. How's the weather in New York? It depends on where you're at. I noticed that very fast. Will LeBron move the markets? Yeah, he's going to move something. These 82s are holding pretty well, Jay.
Yeah, they are. That's where we pulled back to earlier today, right? We had that 20-point sell-off, $20 sell-off from 94s. We pulled back to like 81s and bounced. I think that's that same spot.
Yeah. I was looking for
same spot.
Break down to those upper 70s. It looked like we was going to get it there for a second, and then we just held it up. We held it up. We're looking for. I'm looking for these upper 70s here. We'll see if we can get it or not. We are. Top of the hours came and gone. We hit that 4,000 level and immediately rejected. Immediately rejected. Black is the new green.
You know what I'm curious, Dakota? I know you're in this trade right now, but I'm curious if we were to do a Topstep meetup in New York, put a 1 in the chat if you'd show up.
Ooh, that's a good question. If we do a meetup
Big
in
if.
New York,
Nothing planned yet. But if you would show up to a Topstep meetup in New York, put a 1 in the chat.
I would make the trip again. I like it out here. Some areas. Okay, let's see. Oh, look at all the ones. Look at everybody.
It'll be in the city, of course.
Now, how many's really going to show up, though, out of all these ones? Everyone. That's the question. There's the question. Everyone's just going to put 1 just because, man.
Yep, there's a ton of 1s. Good to know. Good to know. Just,
Everybody.
Just a little vibe check while we watch this trade. So where are you short from now?
I'm short from, let me get some glasses on here. 86 evens. 86 evens.
Nice trade.
Meet up at the New York Stock Exchange. Yep, 86 is evens. I'm looking for these upper 70s, but we just basically hit 81s and just brick wall right there. You'll show up if we pay for the trip? Yeah, well, of course. Definitely. Man. Coach Jay, if LeBron comes back to Cleveland, can I be on the buzzer with you? Wait.
Yes, but LeBron is not going to Cleveland. LeBron's probably retiring.
Ooh, look at this sell-off on gold. That's what I'm looking for. That is, I'm liking it. Can we see 78s? 78s going once. Let's see if we get 78s. That's where I'm looking to start taking some profits. All right, I'll get one right there. Fill it. Got 69 ticks right there. Don't bounce off it.
Nice trade, man. I'm seeing room potentially down to 70s here, but, good trade. It's hard to be short gold for a long time, but really nice trade you got going.
I'm just going to run away from my TP. Someone says no buyers. We hit 4,000. Like, this was just such a strong rally to 4,000. I mean, we still might go back up there, right? We never know what's going to happen. I was so slow at taking profit right there. That's been the story of this past month. Just a little slow on the trigger. DBA concepts. See, yeah, you don't get this on the New York Stock Exchange. Yeah, they only wish. They wish. They were asking me. They were asking me, what's my secrets? What's our secrets? When we got there, Jay, everyone was going down like the red carpet to enter the New York Stock Exchange. Everyone's just going down the red carpet. Me and Jay show up. Hey, just go through this side door.
Yeah, they're like, your entry's in this alley around the corner.
We went through the side door. I'm like, through this back alley, enter the New York Stock Exchange.
Hey, we made it in the building.
we gotta see the man, the myth, the inverse legend himself. Without lag, man. Without lag. We should have listened in a little bit better, see if we could hear him have any recommendations for stocks and give us the zero lag data before it gets out to the public.
Yeah, being able to see that order flow, kind of, what's coming in market on open. It would have been pretty cool to be there for market on close as well, just to, kind of see it. But, we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars on the open, getting ready to trade. And it is, it kind of just puts things in perspective for what we're doing here.
It does. That was one of the big things that you realize, maybe for me too, is the first 30 minutes of the New York session open, it was chaotic, right?
Yep.
Not all just because of traders, but it was busy, right? There's people coming in, there's people going out. They was having they was doing the show. Everybody was just very active, and then after that, it was like dead. It was like, did everyone go on lunch? Like, what's going on? And it was so quiet, and everyone's like, yeah, everyone's gonna be like this until the last 1-2 hours of the New York session. It's basically algo the rest of the day, right?
Yeah, I think it said at 10:30 Eastern, so an hour into the markets, everything pretty much goes algo mode until after lunch. So yeah, it was loud for that first hour, 45 minutes. But then after that, it got pretty quiet. You see people walking around a little bit more, not as leaned into their desk, probably taking lunch, taking a walk. But that first hour, we heard some people talking about trades that they were in. One guy was like, damn it, I'm down on the day already. And it was 5 minutes into the market. So some of the same emotions that we deal with as traders, trading at home, these guys are dealing with trading on the floor as well, which is pretty cool to see. And Mo asked a question in the chat, is the pit just a bunch of screens now? Exactly what it is, right? You see Citadel. What were the other firms that were there, Dakota?
Citadel was the one that I remember because we were near it.
Yeah, but three major firms on the floor and just a bunch of screens, right? Some of them have indicators, some of them naked charts, but yeah, it's all screens.
Man, what did he say? He's like, Citadel has like $12 trillion in assets under management.
Yeah, 12 trillion with a T.
With a T. I'm like, oh. And there was like 10 guys there. What? Yeah, that's crazy. And gold found some buyers here at these 39.79s. And I might decide to just cover this. I really am looking for that. That was the push I was looking for, but we didn't really get much follow through into those 70s. Do they have risk managers monitoring them? Yeah, I think that's what a lot of those people do, right? They'll monitor everything. A lot of it's algorithms. A lot of it really is just algorithms, and then people managing those algorithms.
Yeah, I'm sure they have whatever systems that they're trading on. They manage risk for them.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not. I think what we were seeing is probably not a lot of just traders trading their own outright positions, right? They're probably getting customer orders and things like that. But again, still managing a ton of money.
Yeah, and there's not a lot. What does Hoag and the team call them? Locals?
Right? Yeah, like, not a lot of locals.
Yeah, it's like someone's not taking.
I don't think there was one local.
Yeah. It's like not a lot of people are taking directional. It's like they're just filling orders. It's interesting. Probably I would have loved to stay there all day. We'd be like kids in the candy shop. Ooh, what's this? What's that? Trying to get a closer look at what's going on their charts and some in-depth. And one thing that was surprising me, most of those charts had indicators on them. I don't know what indicators they were, but there's like 3 or 4, like seemed like something very simple, right? Like a moving average or a VWAP. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, simple stuff. Probably VWAP. Everyone likes VWAP.
Yes, it does. Yeah. And Coach Shay and I, we still have a bunch of pictures that we're going to be pushing out there of some good stuff. It's only day one, man. It's only Monday. Can you believe that?
Yeah, it feels like it's been a week already, but it is only Monday. We got some questions in the chat. Dakota, what is your basic strategy? What is the basic DBA concept?
DBA concepts. You're seeing it right here, right? Where I try and go through it every night. Now, of course, to go through a entire strategy in like a 15-minute review is very difficult. Be able to go through a strategy every single night, the same strategy, it gets very boring, right? So I try and give bits and pieces. You get to watch how I view these markets. You get to watch how Coach Jay and I view these markets. When Barron, when he joins me, we talk through these markets. We talk through some very important resistance, the way we're bouncing ideas off of each other, looking at the same thing. I don't want to sound like a repeated broken record, but it really is. Each and every night, I'll go through the same process, right? Review it from a higher time frame, zoom in. I look at the NASDAQ, I look at the gold, I'll look at the same technical analysis. And a lot of the trades that I do take are very, very, very similar and very repetitive, right? And like that's how it is. Some trades I'll make money, some trades I'll lose money. Some trades I'll review and be like, I shouldn't have done that. I should have done this. And that's part of trading. It's just trying to do it as consistently as possible. It's like any sport, right? You're shooting a free throw. It's the same thing over and over and over and over again, where you have, I guarantee you most of the NBA could stand there at the free throw line when they're shooting free throws and eventually be able to close their eyes and like knock down 10 in a row. Same with anything, right? You're able to just go through and have that muscle memory, that repetitiveness, and it needs to be the same thing in the trading. Now, of course, the markets are not going to be the same every time, but the way that you manage the risk, the way that you manage the trade should be as close to similar as you can get. Yeah. Oh, you're muted. You're muted, Jay. You're I'm over here hearing you.
Yeah, Dakota can hear me.
Okay.
Yeah,
you're
no.
muted.
What I was saying was, it's cool to see the traders that are trading strictly off the order flow
Mhm.
and they don't have charts in front of them. They're not as directionally biased as we might be, where they're just like, hey, there's an imbalance to this way, so I'm going to trade the other side of it, and vice versa. But yeah, risk management over everything, right? No one's in there YOLOing in an account.
They don't even.
At least I don't think.
Yeah, you mentioned a sim account in that floor. They're what? What you guys tested?
Right.
Yeah, they'd be a little confused.
Right.
And like, yeah, man, I just made all this money from this sim account. That just blow their mind. And it's like, no, this is not. This is the big leagues, man. But yeah, it was worth the trip. Definitely worth the trip. Jay, you said you've lived here for most of your life in this area,
Yep.
and that was the first time you got to go inside.
First time being there. You got to know somebody.
Yeah, very lucky. I was able to, and it was kind of a last minute thing. I showed up to New York. I'm like, hey, you know what are we gonna do? And then you're just like, you just reach out to him. I'm like, oh, okay. I sent a text message, and then a phone call, and like 5 minutes later, hey, you guys are ready to go to New York Stock Exchange. I'm like, let's do it. Yep.
You still holding this short?
Yeah, I'm still in this short from right here, right now. Not liking it as much. The fact that we just held those 83s, right? We're starting to see we're starting to see bullish structure, like buyers stepping in. And what I mean by that, right? This pivot right there, I was looking for maybe that continuation, but the fact that we held this, I'm talking out right now for everyone asking what's my strategy. I'm walking through how I view these markets, right? So there's a higher low, and we just broke that. So we're starting to see breadcrumbs of buyers stepping in. And the thing is, my setup is on this 5 minute, right? We sold off. I'm looking for these 70s to come into play. There's nothing wrong with consolidation or even a little bit of a pullback. But now if I continue to see this type of price action, it's going to lean towards, hey, I'm not seeing what I want to see. I'm definitely looking to close out this sooner rather than later. This is not a trade that I'm going to want to hold for much longer. This is kind of, especially when I'm going against such a strong trend. We just hit all-time highs. We just hit 4,000 here on gold. And if I don't get what I want to see very soon in this specific trade, then I don't want to be in it, right? Now, there's different trades where if I'm on a higher time frame, say I'm an hourly time frame, then yeah, I might want to be in that setup for like throughout the night or the London session, right? Like, hey, I like this trade setup. I believe that we could see this price throughout the London session or by tomorrow morning, which the one I want to reference, Coach Jay, is NASDAQ. NASDAQ could be one of those that I was referring to. Is we have the open on Sunday. The open on Sunday was down here at these 980s, 980s, that little gap down there. Now, it's not just, hey, where's this gap? So I'm going to trade in the direction that the market's going to fill the gap. No, there's a lot of context behind this, right? Not just gap, I'm going to trade it. What I am seeing and what I have seen is we touch all-time highs and we have a sell-off. We touch all-time highs, we have a sell-off. We've touched all-time highs and we're having these sell-offs, and we're not really getting a lot of buyers after we hit all-time highs. We're not getting a lot of follow-through through these all-time highs. So there's
No.
a lot of sellers as we tick all-time highs, and then what happens? We have a nice sell-off. So I'm looking for the NASDAQ possibly to go into a range-bound market. We might be like tapping all-time highs, but we can also find deeper pullbacks. And this is, take a look at this pattern. We could either have maybe just some consolidation around here. Now, it's not going to be perfect, right? It's never going to be perfect. So maybe we see some consolidation, but then there's also this that I'm starting to see. And look, higher high, lower low, higher high. What's this pattern? This is one of my worst nightmare patterns when it comes to scalping. The megaphone pattern.
The megaphone.
Yeah, and so there is a decent chance that, like, okay, that's more realistic. I'm not just shorting because, hey, we are overextended or, we have to pull back. So I wouldn't mind seeing a deeper pullback or saying, oh, if we see this level, I'm not going to be surprised because now I'm starting to recognize a pattern in these markets. So if that is the case, and I'm able to set a trade up based on that, right? This higher time frame, this larger point of view, then sure, I might be able to place a trade and target 25,000 or 24,090s, and I'll leave the trade on and let it run throughout the London session, the Euro session. When I wake up in the morning here in the US, then I could, it's either going to hit my take profit, maybe I'll have a stop loss above. So an example, this is purely just an example to where, say I just get into a short right here. I say I have my stop loss above the high of that pivot, which is going to be right there at those all-time highs. And then that would be my take profit down there around 2490s. Like that would be my trade setup. Short, my take profit, my stop loss. And then I'll go to bed. I'll wake up in the morning and market's going to be either hitting my take profit, it's hitting my stop loss, or we're somewhere in between. And then I'll manage it, right? That trade would be completely different than this more of a scalp style trade where I'm looking to get in and get out before I'm done with slow markets, right? This is a trade that it's set up for slow markets because we're seeing this spike in volatility. Thoughts on that, Jay?
This megaphone pattern, Dakota, I'm looking at the NASDAQ chart right after the close. We were taking a look at the charts before we had to head out, and we were talking about some prices where we thought the NASDAQ was coming down to, and we're here. So we were looking at these 25 120s down at 25 110s, and saying, hey, we're getting down here. I'm really scanning these charts to see if there's an opportunity right now, because that's the one hypothesis I had, right? That we trade from these 25 200s down to 120s. We kind of did that here. So I have to kind of see where the NASDAQ wants to go next. I can see it's ranging for a little bit here into tomorrow morning.
Okay.
If we do continue to sell off, though, I'm looking at 2540s as a target to the downside.
Yeah, we were trading during power hour today together.
Yep.
Together. Like we weren't trading like together, but we were just physically talking through the markets.
Same office.
You were reading order flow. We were talking about the NASDAQ. We were talking about what was going on in the last 1 hour. Right? We traded power hour together. I was sitting here. I was trading. You hit your profit targets. I hit my profit targets. I'll go over that trade. I told the chat is if we got to 600 likes before the end of slow markets, I would review it. Right now we're at 400. So 200 more likes, and we'll be able to review those trades together.
Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. Also, let us know in the chat, are you guys in any trades right now? We see Dakota is in a short in NASDAQ. I'm scanning, short in gold. I'm scanning a little bit here to see if I see an opportunity. I do like that short gold that you were in right after tagging those 4,000s. We kind of sold off. I'm not seeing too much here, though, for myself. because I'm flat, but nice trade so far.
Yeah. Let's. I'm gonna switch it back over, and gold's doing what I was looking for it to do. We're back down to these 82s. I want to see a flush down to those 70s, those upper 70s. We did a second ago, and it never did give me an opportunity to close out for some profit. We are in profit right now. I'm up almost $200 now. Thinking about that, I'm like, man, this is volatile. Like, this is a decent trade. Now that I'm thinking of it, for some micros on gold during slow markets, up $200. That pays for the Uber. It pays.
Yeah, it does.
Oh man.
Might pay for somebody got to pay for dinner tomorrow. So
Yeah. Okay. Dinner's on me, man. If dinner's on me. If we could get down there, man. New York traffic, not for me.
first thing Dakota says, I pick him up from the airport, and so I live in Jersey. Everybody, we've clearly said that a bunch of times already. So we go out to dinner with Danielle. Shout out to Danielle Oliver,
Yeah.
the head of TV at Topstep. It was a great dinner. Went to dinner in Midtown, and then we're driving back. And if anyone knows the New York, New Jersey area, if you're crossing the George Washington Bridge on a Saturday, you never take the upper level. But we couldn't merge over to the lower level. So Dakota's just like, first experience in New York, we're driving over the George Washington Bridge in what would be 2 hours of traffic. And he's just like, I can never live here. This place sucks.
Yeah.
But we figured it out.
Yeah, we figured it out.
We figured it out.
We did like an hour to go like 2 miles. So. Man. But yeah, here we are. Someone says, absolutely worst. Dakota, did you get a Lambo yet? No, I did not. Nope. I'm kind of happy with my car now. After being here in Jersey, everyone has a BMW. Everyone has a BMW here. The G-Dub is brutal, especially on the weekends. Don't know the GW bridge. It's the worst. Yeah, look, man, there's a lot of people that's left some memories to some people in the chat. It's very memorable.
It's like, I'm never coming back here. This traffic's terrible.
Yeah. Love New York City. I agree. You shouldn't live in New Jersey. What's hey, the difference in rent is worth, like, I could fly back and forth once a month with a difference in rent. Yeah, just jumped in on this short. Okay. Yeah, you're not a real trader unless you have a Lambo. Yeah, I think you're right on that one. So let's go through it. We're going to continue to watch this. We are we're 30 minutes out. We got some hashtag slow markets. Like I said, bear with me. My setup, I can't pull them in as quick as I was. So we got a few right here. Let's see if I can. Let's make sure. I want to make sure it's all good. There we go. There's the first one. Forgive me on pronouncing the name. I'm not even going to try. Address. Hashtag slow market. Combine passed. Great work on passing your combine. Good work. Passed combine here during slow markets. We are now watching gold starting to sell off right back down towards 81s. We're at these 81s. Right at these 81s. Let's see if we can see these 70s, retest the low a day. Can we see that? Interesting. Let's see. We got. Don't worry. I'll get to the some more of the hashtag slow markets, and we are still waiting for 600 likes so we can do some trade reviews. Gap fill, South GC. Yes, I've been to New York City many times. Yeah, well, I'll check off the Lambo requirement with a Hot Wheels. There you go. Come on, we got to see these lows. We got to see these 70s here in gold. And then yes, chat. I will be on fast markets tomorrow morning, hopefully with a nice little profit here. Not little, actually. This is like my daily profit right now. 250. 250 has been above average of a day so far.
It's a nice trade, man. It is a nice trade. Like I said, I see 70s as a potential target for this. Don't know when we get there or how, but it looks pretty good.
What you said you're looking for 70s?
Yeah, so 12 p.m. Eastern time was the highest volume candle on the 30-minute, and the low is right at 39.69.
39. Hey, we're going. If that's the price, we're going there.
Yeah.
39.
39.69.5 is the low.
39.69.5. It's destiny. We're going down to, we'll see. We still have 25 minutes left of slow markets. Anything can happen. Got that. I mean, look at that sell off from 4,000 here on gold. What's another $11? What's another $11? We might see that sooner rather than later. Let's see if we could break through session lows. As we're speaking, we're testing it. Let's process over profits right here. Right here. If we start breaking through session lows, there's now a nice pivot on this 5-minute chart to where I can move my stop loss. So if we break session lows and start to move into these 70s, there's that beautiful pivot. I can now manage my risk and adjust my stop loss. Why is my TP black? Hey, it's because it's cool. Because it's cool. That's why.
You know why? It's so we can focus on the trade.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, chat, you guys are the ones that care more about the P&L than I do. I care more about just the process, managing the trade, and trade management. That's why I have ticks. You guys could see 55 ticks. I'm focused on ticks. I'm focused on the process. Chat is always focused on the P&L. And that's one thing that I do highly recommend is focus less on the P&L and more about just understanding the process, right? You're not thinking when you're shooting free throws, right? As you can imagine, Coach Jay, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, when they're practicing free throws, are they thinking about how many points they score? No,
not at all.
It's like they wake up in the morning to practice free throws. They're not caring about how many points they score. They're focusing on the process, right? And then even during the game, are they counting the points that they score on a free throw line? I think they're focusing more on the process.
Yeah, 100%. They're not counting the score. You're aware of it. You're aware of what the score is just because you need to know time and score. But no, they're not aware of how many points they have or anything like that. I've coached basketball a long time, and anytime I had a player who was aware of how many points they had in a game, they stopped scoring. Right? It's like, oh man, I got 25, and they'd end the game with 25.
Yeah.
Right.
They no longer make the correct decisions. Like, oh man, I need another 6 points, and then they try and force it, and they don't make the right decisions. Focus on the process. All right, Gold. Let's focus on this process. Focus on the process of breaking down into these 70s here. So I can pay for some dinner here in New York, New Jersey. Pay for some clothes.
So there's a comment here from Market Wiz that says, "Pretty sure prop firms make you focus on P&L." I'm not going to refute that point, right? I think that is true, right? We do set a profit target where you say, hey, you have to make X amount of dollars. But to combat that, what I'll say is if you set a profit target, let's say you set a profit target on your account that's a third of the consistency target, and you just traded with no P&L on the screen, and then you were just surprised by it, right? How many times have we been close to a profit target and be like, oh man, I need $16 more to get it, and then you blow your account? Or in Dolby's case, he shares that story all the time. I need one more tick in crude oil to pass this combine, and then it blows it, right? So, there has to be something that we measure, right? So yeah, you do have to make a P&L, but if you were surprised that you passed the account, how much better would you do?
Yeah. It's like, oh, wow, I passed? I didn't realize that, right? And then that would give you the confidence that when you do get into like an XFA or, eventually a live account, that you can keep doing that. There's, I don't want to say it's like the worst feeling, but I do see it a lot. When a trader finally passes their combine, which we see here on the hashtag slow markets, traders passing combines, you want to have that same level of confidence to be able to trade in that XFA or in that funded account or live account. Like, I'm just doing the same exact thing I was doing in my combine when I passed. There's no difference. And like, that's how it should be.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, look, and it happens to all of us, right? Who's been around for a while. Someone says, one time I was $4 from passing and fat fingered 2NQ instead of 2MNQ and blew the account. Oh man, I mean, yeah, we've been there. Look at here's gold. We're pushing the low of session low 79s. 79s. Can we see a breakdown to these mid 70s? And I will look to see if we could take some profits down there at these mid 70s. Mid 70s. I learned this trick on the New York Stock Exchange.
So where are we at as far as daily range in gold? I think there's a ton of room, man. If you look at this, I was looking for something similar. We had the Nikkei that had that 5.5% move to the upside, and a lot of times when we see these extended markets, there's a pullback, right? It gets too far away, too fast, and we get a pullback. The daily ATR in gold is 54 points. If we trade down to 50% of yesterday's range, or today, Monday's price action, if we trade down to 50% of that range, that's still not a daily ATR move, and that's down at 39.50. Now, I'm not saying that we'll see all downside here, but there's, we saw gold the other day make a new all-time high and sell off $70, $80. So there's some room here if it wants to go, especially at that major 4,000 if we don't find any buyers up there. So, trade your trade, but I like this one.
The short in gold.
I do like this one.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we hit 4,000 too, right? That's a big round psychological number. There's a lot of people probably waiting on that as well.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, we did get a big sell off after we touched it. So I would not be surprised if we went back up there and got into those 90s again. But we'll see. We shall see. I'd love to see continuation. We did get down. We ticked the session low. We got down to those 78s barely, and we're fine. We're having a hard time going down. Like, it just is this market right now. That's how it is. I'm going to go ahead and just move my stop loss because we've spent enough time below it, and now that pivot to me is valid. So worst case, I lose 19 ticks. 19 ticks on this. I actually might cover a couple contracts if we do push back down. Who might be buying at 4K? Maybe the people who are short and has to liquidate. That could be one option. There might be someone with their stop loss at like $4,001. I mean, there's. I mean, who do you think, Jay?
Who's buying at 4,000? I mean, somebody who thinks we're going to 5,000. But also some shorts.
Yeah.
Right. We didn't really see that kind of that blow off top that you would expect. Shorts above 4,000. I got to check what the volume was up there.
Yeah.
But it could be shorts for sure.
And what a lot of people don't realize, or maybe they do, and they just don't think of this very often. Futures are meant for hedges a lot, like, right?
Right.
And so you can imagine a gold manufacturer, right? Or a big manufacturer that needs to buy gold.
Right.
A lot of times they don't care what spot price is. They have to buy it. And so they lock that price in regardless of where it's at. It's like, yeah, we have to buy so many ounces of gold or pounds of gold, who knows?
Right.
And so they lock in whatever the spot price is. And if whenever they make that decision, that spot price is at 4,000, right? They lock it in, and then months from now, right, they get that price. Well, months from now, do we know if gold's going to be higher or lower? You don't know, right? That's why it's used as a hedge, and vice versa, right? People who are selling is like, yeah, I'm my production, gold production is going to be so many ounces or so many pounds in the next quarter. Gold is pretty high. I want to go ahead and lock in $4,000 over the next few months. So let's go ahead and lock it in. I $4,000, boom, locked in. So that could, like, those are just different scenarios, right? Do we really know? No, but those are different scenarios that happens in these futures market, not just in gold, but in a lot of the products, right?
Absolutely. Checking the volume up at the highs in gold. It's 129 contracts traded at 4,000 evens, and then another 105 traded at 4,001. So not a whole lot of kind of blow off top volume, but gotta imagine there's still some stops above there. But you might be safe. That's why you don't set your stops at round numbers.
Yep. Shout out to you. Telling a friend about Topstep, came to copy channel link. Well, appreciate it. Love to hear that. And on that note, let's get to some more of these hashtag slow markets. Hashtag slow markets. We're going to continue to watch gold here. We have about 15 minutes left. We have one. This one, I always have to double check and read it before I bring it on air. Made that mistake a couple times. I got to read something before I bring it here. But love this one. I don't know if you can read it or not, but let me make it bigger for everyone. Oh man. Let's click it. All right, we're not doing that one. I gotta zoom in. Because when I change, it looks a little bit different. So here it is. It says after 3-month losing streak and 55,000 profit loss, I'm back. I've sized down and stayed disciplined. That's the only way to go. You've been a big inspiration. Well, I appreciate it. I mean, me, you, all the coaches here at Topstep, that's what we want to see. We want to see traders come back from losses. We want to see traders have those wins. So great work. All on you. If I'm able to help in any way, I mean, that's where it means a lot. Always means a lot.
Nice job, Mujib. Nice job.
Going through some more of these as we're watching gold. It looks like it's slowed down a little bit, but it's still freaking volatile.
Yeah, it's slowed down. A lot of times what we'll see, Dakota, is we get off of slow markets and, right after slow markets ends, there's some volatility that picks up in gold. So it might be one, if you're willing to hold it, that we see that volume pick up a little bit later. I don't know what happens at 10 p.m. Eastern time, but we tend to see a little bit of volatility. Nasdaq's popping back up a little bit off those 120s back at 25, 144. I got a VWAP at 150 that we're kind of rejecting at. Unfortunately, I have a no trade here, but we got a ton of day to trade tomorrow. I know you're going to be on fast markets. I might pop into fast markets tomorrow with you.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, yep. That would, that is, man, tomorrow's going to be a good day. We got everything that we needed done today. Figure out this setup a little bit, and I think we'll be rocking. Buy the dip of Nasdaq. That's been the market. We'll see. I'm turning into a little bit of bearish, looking for a cautious bull. I don't know what you want to call it. Looking for a pullback in the Nasdaq. We are seeing it here in gold since we hit 4,000. Still in this short here from 86. We're hovering around these 81s. Let's see if we can make maybe this is at lower high, right? We have now a pivot there, and let's see. Jay, what's your thoughts on this non-farm payroll number that seems to be just
floating in the ether?
Yeah, he's gone. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
They buried it.
It depends, right? So the last government shutdown was 34 days. If we have a 34-day government shutdown, now we're talking about 2 months of data, right? Because non-farm comes out every month. What happens, right? So my question is, if the government is shut down for more than a month, which we hope doesn't happen, do we get both numbers? Do we get just the October number? What happens there?
Well, they add them together and divide it by 2.
Just average it up.
I don't know. It's crazy. The market seems to not care. It just keeps going. I think it's all but locked in on a new rate cut based on the opinion of the market, right? Tap all-time highs. And yeah, we're almost at 600 likes. So let's hurry and get to that 600 likes. I'm going to see if we could get out of this gold trade here. And as soon as we get to those 600, let's review that trade. Coach Jay, I know I did do a post about it on the Instagram. But yeah, let's see if we can do it, chat. do it, and we can review that chat. We review that trade. I want to see if we can push these lows here in the Nasdaq. See those 79s one more time. I'll get my what are they called? The Insta link. If I could get that.
Oh, okay. So Josh Smith in the chat says Jack must have looked it up during fast markets today. They gave 2 months and 5 days after, so they must just release the numbers, one at a time. But that'll be interesting, man. Let's hope we don't have to deal with that. Let's hope the government can figure out exactly why, because does it affect the markets as much? No, I think we kind of just have normal markets to trade, but I think more so all the government employees, right, working and they'll get back pay and things like that. But
Yeah.
Want that to be figured out.
The one question you asked me when we was driving, Coach Jay, when we were sitting in traffic, how many people that, I mean, of course we know what's going on, right? Because we watch it every single day throughout the
Right.
day. But how many people have no idea that the government shut down, that just doesn't pay attention?
If you don't watch the news or you're not a government employee, I'm not sure that you know that the government is shut down. But if you're a government employee, then you definitely know, right? But yeah, I mean, we were out with some of my friends, like we were saying, we were out with my friends yesterday. I don't know that they know the government is shut down, because it maybe doesn't affect their day-to-day life, and I don't know that we're seeing it affect the markets too much either. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. Yep. It was interesting. I was thinking about that. Like, it's so true. And then by the time it gets out to everybody, right? Like, it's like, yeah, by the time your neighbor, your Uber driver starts to know about what's going on in the markets, it's a little late. It's like, okay, move on to the next thing. Buy the rumor, sell the news type event. So it was a nice food for thought. Gold is still sitting here at these lower 80s. Did we get to 600 likes yet? Did we? Is that? Let's see if
I saw 509.
okay. Well, we could do 599 for my friend.
Hey, yeah, you can like on your TV. I do it every day.
Oh, okay. Well, then no, we're doing 600.
We need 600.
Like I told Baron, I might be cheap, but I'm not easy.
And it was a good trade, right? I think reviewing this trade, Dakota, I reviewed a trade that I took, the one trade I took today in my Topstep XFA during at the buzzer. But I think it goes to show, especially if you review this trade, that you don't need to trade all day
No,
to have a pretty good trade.
no, we don't. We got the live counter right there. Right, look at the chat. 564, 569, 572. Bruno, almost there, almost there. Like, I'm so easy. Cheap but not easy. Okay, if we don't get there, I haven't shown it. If you don't, less is more, right? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just get out of one contract, maybe a couple here at these lower 80s. Lock in some profit. Sometimes when I do this, Jay, then it will start to sell off. Okay, we're at 600. Well, are we? Confirm that. I'm not going to trust the chat.
597.
Yeah. Okay. Almost there. Almost there.
596 now. Somebody took a like away.
Okay. So
there it is. 600. We got it.
There it is. All right. And as promised, we'll review that trade. I want to get out of this gold position first. So I'm going to show you me getting out of this gold position. It's not really going anywhere. Not seeing what I wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and lock in.
Order filled.
Just over $200 here, if I can. And then I will. I'll just show him the video, right? We'll show him the video, and then maybe we could talk through it. Your thoughts? Yeah. So let's see if I can get out of this gold trade, and then I'll show you the video if you missed it. Like I said, it's on the socials, and then we could just talk through it.
Order filled.
Yeah, I'm camera shy. Hey, that's different. That's okay. 2 years straight every day. That's a lot different. Like here with the audience, and then someone videoing me in a video watching someone. It's hard to, man. Okay.
Order filled.
I was talking to you, and now you're gone. Now you're gone. Okay. I kind of not touched the mic. Okay, so there it is, $211 here during slow markets on this gold short. We did get to that 600 likes. So as promised, let's go ahead and take a look at the NASDAQ trade that Coach Jay and I took together after we got back from the New York Stock Exchange. Got everything set up, and we did trade during Power Hour. And yeah, let's go ahead and review that. So I'm going to pull up the NASDAQ because it was here on the NASDAQ. The first thing that I looked at was, of course, this higher time frame. We rallied throughout most of the New York session. We tapped all-time highs, and then we rejected. I did a little bit of this analysis earlier. A little bit of this analysis earlier. The fact that we kept tapping these all-time highs, and every time we did, we had a sell-off. We would get and just we didn't break it by much, right? But we did break all-time highs. And then we would reject it. And it happened again twice today. It happened once and a major rejection. And so it happened again during Power Hour. So once we tap those all-time highs and we started rejecting, what I do is, of course, same thing in slow markets, zoom into a 5-minute chart. So on this 5-minute chart, and as we were zooming in, looking for the same thing, technical analysis. And so let's go through that technical analysis I was looking at, because it's easy to go back through hindsight, but while it was happening, it's a lot more difficult. The first thing I noticed, we tapped those all-time highs, and then we made a lower high. So that was the first breadcrumb per se. Like, okay, we hit the all-time highs, we rejected, we pulled back, and we rallied. We got back up to these 240s, and now we rejected that again, right? And so there's 2 rejections and a lower high. And now we started to test these 228s. And now I'm seeing a nice level of support form. So you can see there's 1, 2, 3. These 228s was a very nice level of support, right? Nice level of support. And so the trade was, if we break through these 220s, then I'm going to be targeting some targets lower. Maybe I could start to target these 220, like the lower 220. The next target I had was 210. And then a stretch target I had, and this was right before the end of the New York session close. One of the main targets that I had was going to be down here at these 180s, 190s, this next level of support. So I'm looking at these next level of support as my targets. And sure enough, I ended up getting into a trade, and I took profit in my Topstep account. You guys seen that? I was up $150 today in my Topstep account, locked out at Green Day. Coach Jay was in a very similar trade. He hit his profit target. What was it, Coach Jay? 150 bucks, 100. Okay, yeah, 150 bucks in his XFA. Hit his take profit, and then I jumped in with 10 minis in my personal account and just freaking nailed it. And sure enough, we did sell off. It took a little bit of time, but we did get that push down there, and it was just profit targets, and it was beautiful. And so let me show you this. I should. So I could do my own hashtag slow markets. Everyone does their hashtag slow markets and shows the video. So I should be able to do the same, right? So this is it. Let's see if we could pull this up. Here it is.
We got Coach Jay over here watching Topstep TV, preparing for At the Buzzer.
Let's see. See if we could do that. Do this.
All right, we got Coach Jay over here.
There you are, man.
Watching Topstep TV, preparing for At the Buzzer.
And this is my setup.
Trading.
You guys can see the setup.
I'm over here. I'm trading as well. I'm
in there
short
trading
10 minis in my personal account from these all-time highs.
Profit locked
going
there.
into the last 30 minutes of the day.
On Topstep.
We got this little setup here. This on-the-go mobile
there it is.
setup.
There's the setup. That's what I'm looking at right now.
Short 10 minis.
It all fits on a backpack. It all fits in one
about
backpack.
$1,500. And we are watching some Topstep TV for
this backpack.
Okay, looking for 208.
That's nice.
Target to the downside. Risking about 150 bucks.
Yeah, I watched it all live, chat. I can confirm this
Nice
is a
work.
real live market trade.
Okay, here's the update. Here's the
And a really
update.
good call, right?
We are
Really good call.
10 minutes
What's really
away from the
cool,
market close.
you know,
I am
Dakota and I have
completely
been trading
flat.
with
As you can
each
see,
other
this market
for
has
2 years
sold
on
off.
Topstep TV.
I am up $4,100
Traded
with one
together
single
on fast
trade,
markets. We
and
traded
I
in
am
person
done
in
for the day
Chicago,
in
put out
the
there.
personal.
But having a trading buddy, right? We talk about it all the time. We don't want to take the same trades. I trade differently than Dakota. Sometimes we're going to see different things. Sometimes we're going to see the exact same thing. But having somebody to kind of bounce ideas off of is a pretty cool experience. Obviously you want to be able to take your own trades. We got different risk parameters, different risk appetites. But just having somebody next to you say, hey, you know what are you looking at in the markets? What do you see? Am I blind to what I might be thinking I see on the charts, and then making your decisions from there. So if you can find a trading buddy, whether that's a friend that you have that trades, we see Jaron and Baron do it all the time. Somebody in the Topstep Discord, in the YouTube chat, you make some friends, have some conversation. I think it is really cool to have. Do you fly out and meet somebody from YouTube that you met in a chat? Probably not. Maybe not after, maybe not before talking to each other for 2 years, but it's definitely cool to have a trading buddy for sure.
Yeah, I had a blast, man. The fact that we were able to get this set up so quick, honestly, and to sit there, be at the New York Stock Exchange all day, drive back. I mean, we were a little tired too, and just like, okay, let's get set up. You're doing it at the buzzer. I'm like, oh wow, it's power hour, right? We still have, because I'm still a different time zone. I'm thinking the market's closed, and like, oh, market's still open. Let's go take a look and see if there's anything happening. And sure enough, I mean, it was great timing too. We got everything set up, logged in, and the setup was just happening right at the end of power, or right as power hour was coming to, like, just the middle of power hour, right?
Yeah, pretty much the end of power hour.
Yeah.
And again, to that point, right, we had a pretty busy day early on. Tomorrow won't be the same. Tomorrow we get to trade the open. We were able to look at charts while we were, moving around. But I think this trade even shows you that there's opportunity where you might not have to sit at your charts for 23 hours a day to take a trade, right? That's a pretty good trade you took there, Dakota. And we were really at the charts actively for an hour.
Yeah, that's all it took. Yeah,
Right.
It's
So
just 1 hour. Yeah.
That is the beauty of trading, where you find where it fits in your schedule for the day, for how you can plan out your week, but you don't need to be at your desk all the time. Of course, we say it all the time. Make sure you have TopstepTV running, because if anything moves the markets, we're going to be the first to let you know. But that doesn't mean you have to be at your desk actively looking to make trade decisions. It feels like every time you place a trade, it's an opportunity to make money, and it is, but it's also an opportunity to lose money. So I think a good way to manage risk is to just not be actively looking to make trading decisions all the time.
Correct. Yep, I agree, and that's true. I absolutely loved having you. You'd be talking about the volume, and I'm watching the technicals, and you're going here, and we're just talking about the market in general, and it just worked out.
Yeah, it was a great trade.
It just worked out. But yeah, I will be on Topstep TV Fast Markets tomorrow morning. Jay, you are right here. You're going to be with me. Maybe do a peek in. You're on for the morning show, right? Before.
Yep, I'll be on for the opening call, passing it to you guys for Fast Markets. But I'll be here and trading, maybe from my living room. But we will see. And then I'm right back on after for Trade with Topstep. So it should be a very good day tomorrow. Very good day.
Awesome. Thanks everybody. Take care, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. If not, tomorrow night.